Welcome to Stock Knowledge and News with Arieous Invest, your trusted source for updates, earnings reports, and actionable insights to sharpen your stock market game. Join us as we explore market trends, decode the latest news, and empower your financial journey with expert stock knowledge. This is Trading Reimagined. Let's get started.
All right, so welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into something pretty interesting. Tesla stock.
Okay.
Specifically, this really fascinating thing that happened recently in the market. Tesla's been on like a 6-day running streak.
Yeah.
And it's been closing higher each day for 6 days straight.
That's incredible.
And, for those of you who are not familiar with market terminology, that basically means every single day for the last 6 days, the stock price has closed higher.
Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty rare thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at the percentage increase. I mean, it closed at $401.83.
Okay.
Which is a 3.09% increase.
Yeah.
Now, that might not seem like a lot to some people, but in terms of stock market fluctuations,
Yes.
day to day, that's actually pretty significant.
Yeah, you rarely see that kind of consistent upward movement, especially for a company as big as Tesla.
Right.
I mean, they're already a major player, so to see them making these kinds of gains, it really makes you wonder what's driving it.
It's exactly so.
Yeah.
We've been taking a look at some of the sources and the Britiord. One thing that our analysts keep pointing to is this really interesting connection between Elon Musk and then President-elect Donald Trump.
Okay.
Now, I'm no political analyst or anything like that,
Yeah.
but I'm really curious. Like, how could this relationship potentially impact Tesla's stock performance?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? I mean, you got to think of it this way. When you have a close relationship with the incoming administration, it could potentially translate into some pretty tangible benefits for a company like Tesla.
Okay, I'm listening. What kind of benefits?
Well, we're talking about potential access to, lucrative government contracts for one thing,
Oh,
and
sure.
also favorable regulatory policies that could really give them an edge over their competition. And then, of course, there's the whole boost in public perception that comes with being seen as, friendly with the administration.
Yeah, okay, so let's break that down a little bit.
Sure.
When you say government contracts, what are we talking about specifically and how much money are we talking about?
Well, just imagine for a second that the federal government decides to, electrify its entire fleet of vehicles.
Okay.
That's a massive order right there, potentially billions of dollars. And who do you think they're going to turn to?
Tesla.
Exactly. Tesla's already leading the pack when it comes to electric vehicles, and they've got the manufacturing capacity to handle a contract that size.
It's not just the vehicles themselves, right?
Oh, no. I mean, Tesla also builds the charging infrastructure, the charging stations you see popping up everywhere.
Right.
So they could also be in line for contracts to, install those charging stations at government facilities across the country.
I mean, that's huge.
It's a game changer.
Okay, so what about these regulatory policies? How could those benefit Tesla?
Well, one of the big things we're hearing about is stricter emission standards for traditional car makers.
Right.
Now, obviously, Tesla being an all-electric vehicle manufacturer, they already meet and exceed those standards.
They're ahead of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that puts the traditional automakers like Ford and GM at a big disadvantage.
So they're going to have to scramble to catch up.
Exactly. While Tesla's just cruising along, it strengthens their position in the market. It could even increase demand for their vehicles.
Right, because
Yeah.
if you're a consumer,
Yeah.
you're looking at buying a new car and, these regulations are coming down the pipeline, you might be more inclined to just go with the company that's already ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. Makes perfect sense.
Okay, and then, of course, there's the whole, public perception angle.
Right.
If the president-elect seems to be endorsing your company, that's got to be a good thing for business, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like free publicity.
Yeah.
And it's not just any publicity. It's like a stamp of approval
Yeah.
from the most powerful person in the country
Yeah.
that can influence consumer behavior,
Yeah.
investor confidence. I mean, it can translate to increased sales, attract new investors further, driving up the stock price.
It sounds like a pretty rosy picture. But
Yeah.
you know what they say, don't count your chickens.
Before they hatch.
Exactly. Are there any risks or uncertainties that could derail this positive momentum?
Oh, of course there are always risks. I mean, for starters, political promises don't always translate into, concrete actions.
Right.
The new administration's priorities could shift. They might face roadblocks in Congress.
Sure.
And plus, let's not forget about the competition.
Oh, yeah?
The electric vehicle market is heating up. Traditional automakers like Ford and GM are pouring billions of dollars into developing their own electric vehicles,
Trying to catch up.
trying to catch up to Tesla's technology.
So even with this potential boost, Tesla's still got a fight on its hands.
Absolutely. It's not going to be a cakewalk.
And then there are always those unpredictable factors.
Oh, yeah.
Economic downturns.
Yeah.
Changes in consumer preferences.
Yeah.
What if some crazy new technology comes along that we haven't even thought of yet?
Unforeseen technological disruptions.
Exactly.
Those could all impact Tesla's trajectory, regardless of their relationship with the administration.
Okay, so to recap, Tesla's stock is on a
Arieous Invest. Trading reimagined.